In case you are new to this channel and wondering who this person is, please watch the first 2 parts of my Blackie Inkling rank video before coming here. It brings a lot of context to what's going on. With that being said, let's continue on, shall we? Look who came back for a 3rd round of Jamaican Edgy 08 vs Blackie Inkling. Yep, Blackie, and at this extent, me. Now I bet all of you are thinking, but JH, didn't you say you weren't going to make another video on Blackie? And the answer to that is, yes, I did say that. But I did say if Blackie fucks up again, I'll make another video about him. This time, Blackie has majorly messed up as well as continuing to attack me, my friends Daniel and Axel Bomber. Also, we'll be talking about his supporters too. Trust me, I have a shit ton of stuff to talk about here. But before we get into this video, let's have a quick recap on who Blackie is to the new viewers. Now if you don't know who Blackie is in full detail, the first video is in the description below. But to summarize, Blackie is a 26-year-old Japanese male who is a Gmod artist. Blackie heavily revolves around Not Safe for Work, which is seen on his DeviantArt, Tumblr, Twitter, and Pixiv. Blackie is also a heavy drinker and acts like a child when it comes to certain people, as well as him being very paranoid. He attacks people who he has grudges against in the past, or people he hates. Blackie is also a paedophile who makes child porn, and has an army of mindless supporters following him, and some even attacking and blocking people. Now that you know who and what we're up against, and who and what Blackie is, let's get into what he's been doing now. Okay guys, so do you all remember Loltak, the guy who did the Inspector Heavy's Downfall video, and who helped me with my Blackie Part 2 video? Well, he's in fact right here! Say hi! Okay, so Loltak here is going to be talking with me about the what Blackie's done to him.
That was an awful process.
Oh. Well, Loltak here is going to help me with the this part of the video as well. So he's going to be talking about his experience and what has happened to him, as well as what interesting things Blackie has done since my 2nd part of the rant video. So would you care to take it over?
Okay, hello everybody, I'm Loltak Productions, and as Jamaican said, I'm here to discuss what... Okay, so... as you mentioned, I made a video called Inspector Heavy's Downfall. I was going to do a follow-up on that video based around the Matty, and more specifically, now, and we deal with my narration over it. So, and aimed most of it towards me instead of the team I was helping to write it. So I was essentially getting all the criticism. He made an image saying something like, "Hi, I'm Lawrence in UK. I also jack off to 13." I don't exactly know what he said, but there's additional image attached that said, "Hey, this boy give internet in the early stage, get reports on PTA and should know that you'll get visiting porn site." Oh boy, this is fantastic. Okay, so I was going to call the police due to use of my face without permission. Looking back, not exactly illegal, but hey, I was naive back then. So okay, so a few weeks pass after that, and from out of nowhere, I go to his Tumblr and I see an image of a nude man with his dick out, and my face was plastered on his face. Keep in mind, I did not do anything to him during that time period where I made the video, then he made the image. I did not do anything to him after he made the image until the point. Child porn. He literally made child porn of my face. So this is, I actually was going to call the police on him. Well, my friend TP Cali did anyway, although we failed to get the right information on him since he's infamous for changing his Tumblr username. But I still have the saved onto my iPad. I have not leaked them because it is to share child porn online. So after he uploaded the images, I was essentially forced to put all of my channel, my YouTube channel, that means remove my videos, because I did not want my face to be on the internet after what he did. Him in. From him, so how and all of my videos aren't there. So yeah, that's.
Well, thank you, Lolatak, for that. Despite the crappy voice internet connection for that. But I'm pretty sure you all got the gist of that. Lolatak had to put everything on, delete everything because Blackie took his face and used it for child porn, essentially, just to attack Lolatak. And keep in mind, he didn't do anything to attack to Blackie during that time period. All he did was just that Blackie just decided to take Lawrence's real face and use it for just to attack him, which is purely scummy in my eyes, because he knows damn well that he shouldn't make fun of people or use their faces and deface them. When not showing his face, it makes him a coward.
And Jamaican, keep in mind, all this stuff is actually illegal. Child porn is.
Yeah. Lolatak is right. It is illegal. Every last bit of it. Like, what he just did, it was illegal. Now, of course, we are not going to show the images here because, you know, YouTube has the guidelines that we can't show anything disgusting on here. But you're going to have to take Lolatak's word for it because he was the one who said it, and I said it much clearer because the voice call was quite crappy, even though I'm near the internet box. But still, I think you should take what he says for granted. I don't know, not for granted. I think you should take it seriously. That's what I'm saying. But and also,
yeah.
also I believe you.
You on?
Okay. Also, I believe that you should give Lolatak some love because he really deserves it right now.
And Blackie, I still have the fucking images. So if you say shit, I can prove you fucking wrong. You did shit.
Yep. Anyways, thank you, Lolatak, for being in this interview. And I will continue on with this video and pick up from. I will just talk about my experiences with Blackie and what he did to me and what he did to my friends. So, thank you, Lolatak, for being here with me today to talk about this.
You are absolutely welcome, my friend.
Anyways, see ya.
If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a...
Break it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Drop that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker.
So as many people know, Blackie is infamous for attacking certain users with hate art, status posts, or something else entirely. Now, before I get into what he's been doing to Daniel Green Inkling and Axel Bomber, I'll be talking about what he's done to me. Now, I have an OC called Lars. This character is on a mission to cleanse his body with Soul Calibur to rid himself of Soul Edge while being attacked by the Splatterlorians, because they're afraid that when Soul Edge consumes Lars, he'll kill people. Unfortunately, Darkstar took this as a means to take things out of context. Again. And refused to listen to reason before finally listening to me and understanding Lars's character. Before, Darkstar made a picture of his OC cutting off Lars's head to protect Envy, one of Huntrex 117's characters. Now, please don't attack Darkstar because this was before me and him made up. Now, Blackie saw this as a perfect opportunity to attack me by using Roadhog from Overwatch as himself to kill my character, calling him a psychopath. Isn't that what you're being, Blackie? Now, I responded to this with a picture of Lars Detroit smashing the shit out of Darkstar and Roadhog. I will admit this was pretty childish of me, but this had to be responded to. But as you know, Blackie blocks people and attacks them behind their back. So Blackie responded to my Lars's 1,000,000% Phoenix Falcon punch by making a picture of my character being arrested by the police. Keep in mind that while Darkstar was the one who made the picture of his character decapitating my character, at least he had a reason as to why he did that, to protect a fictional character. Blackie, on the other hand, he attacked me for no reason. Or he attacked me because of the videos I made on him, and the fact that I called him out on his bullshit. But keep in mind, I didn't make any more videos on him. He just attacked me for no reason. Now that I've explained what Blackie has done to me, let's move on to Daniel's side of the Blackie abuse. As most of you know, Daniel was overprotective when it came to characters he didn't find sexy, but liked them for their character. Now, I did have beef with Daniel back then, but it came to these reasons that we had to tell him that he was being ridiculous. But that was 2 years ago. Daniel's a much better person now, and he likes Not Safe for Work. In the first part of my Blackie rant video, I explained that Blackie attacked Daniel for making Not Safe for Work, which I find hypocritical because Blackie has made far worse Not Safe for Work when it came to other sites. But this attack on Daniel hasn't stopped at all. Recently, Blackie has begun to attack Daniel in full force. This time he used Madcap Mark 6's character, Safari the Octoling, to attack Daniel. Here's the problem with this though. Daniel doesn't find Safari sexy. He likes her for her personality. But that didn't stop Blackie from continuously attacking Daniel with hate art and status posts. This has literally gotten so far that Daniel has had to make status posts defending himself from Blackie's onslaught of hate art and status posts. And to think, the cause of Blackie's attack was because Daniel did something to him 2 years ago. This happened in the past. And Blackie is choosing to use the past as a means to attack someone. Now, if you don't know what happened, in my first video I explained that Daniel called Blackie out for making a picture of Safari getting her breast milk by Broken Newbie's character Jason. And then everybody agreed with him because they thought it was a rape or something. Now, this entire thing was just petty and stupid. Why use something that happened in the past as a means to attack somebody in the present? This is just irrelevant. Blackie is using something irrelevant to help his case, which is just idiotic in my eyes. Not only that, Blackie has the tendency to change his Steam account to Safari. Well, he did until he changed it over and over and over again because, you know, he likes to save face. Jeez, he acts like he owns Mad Cat's character. He doesn't. This has literally gotten out of hand to the point where Daniel literally broke down in a Discord server one time. He tried to defend himself, yet Blackie refused to stop attacking him, despite Daniel giving up being overprotective. This is truly childish and low, and we are still not done here. Now let's move on to Axel Bomber. If you don't know who she is, she's a user on DeviantArt who drew Splatoon, Bomberman, and the Outsiders artwork. She has also drawn fan art for me and the thumbnail for my first Blackie rant video. Axel herself agrees with everything that's going on with Blackie. Now Blackie is attacking her. How? Well, Axel posts pictures of herself in real life when she's bored. Some people prefer to reveal their face while others don't. I don't reveal my face. I only reveal it on Discord, where I can trust people. Anyways, since she knows everything that Blackie has done, Blackie has decided to mock her for her weight. Wow, that definitely doesn't make you any more of a heartless prick. I mean, you mock many people for their faces and their appearance, yet you don't show your face. How despicable of you, Blackie. I mean, it's not like you've done this before. Oh wait, he has. That's Good old Blackie for you. But in all seriousness, Blackie has begun to harass my friend because she called him out on his heinous actions. It's sad to see my friend fall victim to this, and it's sad to see people have become so blinded by Blackie's artwork and not safe for work that they don't see him for the monster he really is. Speaking of Blackie's followers... Blackie's followers. Something I've never really touched on, and now it's my time to do that. Blackie has a mass amount of followers on his side, meaning whatever shit he gets himself into, his followers happen to step in and defend his actions as him defending himself, or the pictures he made were a joke. First off, let me explain something to these thick-headed followers that they don't know what their precious God has done to people and is doing behind the scenes. First off, Blackie has made pedophilic pictures of children doing sexual acts and has touched a baby on the crotch. And don't tell me, or don't give me bullshit and saying that he's allowed to do it in Japan. I don't give a shit. He may be allowed to do it in Japan, but he's not allowed to do it in the USA or anywhere else. Just because you think it's okay he's allowed to do it in Japan doesn't mean he can do it in the US. And quite frankly, I don't care, and you all should know that this is child porn. But they think it's a joke. Do you think this is a joke? Or these? I don't think so. Also, these Blackie supporters have the audacity, the nerve to blame other people and us for Blackie acting out when it's his fault that he did all the heinous actions, such as harassing people. And if you honestly think that we're the cause of Blackie harassing us and acting out, you need to go to a mental institution and get your brain checked out. Because there's nobody in this entire world that can be this dumb to ignore all the things that Blackie has done. But hey, at least they'll accept opinions and won't attack people who disagree with them, or people who are correct with all the evidence Blackie has against him, or won't follow in Blackie's footsteps. Right? Wrong! Blackie's followers have done this. They've made hate of people who disagree with Blackie, they refuse to listen to what the other side has to say, and they've even gone so far as to block and flag people's comments as spam. I'm looking at you, Rasmus, Zack Sonic, Mr. Madness, Elite Face, and Matty. I know what you all did, so don't try to deny it. Now let me explain what each person has done while supporting Blackie Inkling. Elite Face 640, aka Elite the Inkling, defended Blackie due to him liking his not safe for work artwork. He also made hate art of Chrissy and blocked people who would either disagree with what he did or call him out for his hate art, including me. He even disabled the comments on them. He also attacked me on Piv for my fetish, which led to my friends calling him out for faving pictures for liking little boys doing explicit things, aka Shotter. Mr. Madness 02 also defended Blackie and didn't tell him to stop or tell him what he's doing is wrong. Mr. Madness also had the balls to say that Lolatak was the reason for Blackie making the child porn picture of Lolatak. He also threatened me in Discord PMs because I caused drama or was talking about Blackie in his server. ZackSonic123 happens to believe Reupload is a stalker and faves hate art that Blackie does to other people. He even blames other people for his own mistakes. You made the mistake, Zack. Own up to it. Rasmus made pictures of himself defending Blackie. He even went as far as to flag people's comments as spam and block people who had a different opinion on them. Rasmus, you're my friend. I like you. I might even say you're my brother. But use your head, please. Please use your head and understand what Blackie is doing. And don't defend him, please. The mythical Matty made a journal entry trying to say that Reupload is copying him, and even after all that, he says that we're the cause of this. And this is why I question Matty's level of intelligence. He also says that Reupload is a stalker, which is hypocritical because he stalked Ellie before. These are 5 followers, and maybe more who follow in Blackie's footsteps and are quick to defend him if he gets himself into shit that he cannot get out from. I'm disgusted with how you all are acting today, and you all should be ashamed of yourselves for not only protecting a sick person, but for also attacking innocent people and turning a blind eye to his disgusting acts. Mr. Madness and Rasmus included. They are adults. they should understand which pictures are okay and which pictures are crossing the line. I'm not saying that suggestive imagery is illegal, no. I'm saying that child porn is. It doesn't matter if it's fictional or not. It's still child porn. And Elite Face, Matty and Zack Sonic should understand what pedophilia is. It doesn't matter if he's being stalked or harassed when Blackie himself has harassed other people just for helping him or giving his opinion on this. All of this drama, all of this could have been prevented if people either A, reported Blackie for what he's been doing, or B, the followers themselves should have told Blackie not to make something like what he did before, or tell him to stop harassing people. Now here's a message to all of the followers watching this video right now. Be mindful and listen to what the other side has to say before you pass judgment. Not many people do this, and they let themselves fall under Blackie's spell and won't listen to a word we say. So take what I'm saying as advice. Do not listen to what Blackie has to say. And to all the people who are watching this, block and report Blackie. There's no point in reasoning with someone like him if he's going to harass someone. Now before I end this video, here are some people who are voicing their thoughts on Blackie and his followers. I may read some of these while others are voiced. Now, enjoy these people's opinions on Blackie before I give my final thoughts. Take it away, you guys. I'm going to take a break from this. This first personal thoughts of Blackie's followers comes from Chrissy. Let's read. My thoughts on their followers. A few of them can understand and be a lot careful about Blackie, and a few of them are just retarded and can't take a hint about how bad Blackie is. I'm looking at you, Elite Face. They pull out a nice abusive block hammer when you're being too smart. They can't handle the truth. That's all. This personal thoughts comes from Empress Tilly. Now, this has to be the most funniest thing I've ever read, and I couldn't stop laughing at it when I first saw this. My thoughts on Blackie. He's a big fat meanie beanie who harassed some of my friends and made porn of a fucking 9-year-old. Like, who does that? Oh my god. When describing someone who is as manipulative, enforcing, and more idiotic and pedophilic than Heavy the Squid himself, Blackie is a perfect example of this. His thoughts on discriminating source filmmakers as elitist and arrogant people is ironic considering that he has targeted and death threatened several users of Gmod and SFM. Unlike Blackie, most of his followers actually learn and get better than him and become better people, while others are completely manipulated by him and does what he wants. He also enforces people to befriend him, to have his special workshop items, and makes erotic artwork for those who oppose his demands. This only shows that a person consumed by erotic fantasies like Blackie only cares about himself and becomes more imbecilic and aggressive even though he knows that he is wrong. And this was sent to me by a friend who will remain anonymous for now. So thanks for that. Let's move on to the next person. This one was sent in by my friend Random Rayman. He unfortunately couldn't do a recording, but I'm going to read it for him. Anyways, I didn't think Blackie could use his own fame to attack someone out of the blue for stealing, even though the person got inspired. I also never expected his followers to talk shit about that someone behind their back. And to be serious about it, the mentality seems to be really low to insult someone who has done nothing wrong. Blackie supporters should know that if we've got proof, they can't say it's fake or it was a joke, because doing fucked up shit is not a joke. I want to point out that Blackie's supporters are just learning from the wrong person, and they should realize that once they insult, they mark death sentences on themselves, because obviously we attack their king, which is Blackie, and they go down like a kingdom falling from grace. But it does not end yet. Blackie supporters are blinded by Blackie's false proof to prove that he does this stuff for the good of himself, when in reality he just wants the person to be hated for stupid reasons. Now, we should also realize that no matter what you do, no matter what proof you show, Blackie supporters will push you down and say that's none of your business, which proves that they just don't want Blackie gone. And if it keeps going on, Blackie just may become a stale meme, which he is already a meme as of right now. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to quit writing this rant and opinion before raging people come at my profile and block me. This final response to Blackie is going to be from a friend of mine who has helped me in my second Blackie rant video. But this time he's going to remain anonymous this time around. So anyways, let's continue. Oh Blackie. What else can I say that hasn't been said already? He makes lots of fetish art, which I'm fine with as long as it isn't used to attack or hurt a certain user, which sadly Blackie has done a lot, to the point where he responded with a child porn image of my friend who will not be named, after my friend made a video bashing Blackie. Blackie, if you're hearing this, then I want to ask you if you could look at yourself and tell me if you are happy with who you are right now. In my opinion, the only way for you to redeem yourself is to take down most of your hate art unless you have a good reason to keep it up. Apologize to the people in these hate arts, and most importantly, apologize to my friend for that horrible, horrible child porn image. Overall final thoughts? You know, in all honesty, I could say that, talk about what happened before, but let me just say that, Blackie, you've just dug yourself into a grave that you will not come out from. And just as my friend said before when I read his personal response to you, you should just take down all of your hate art unless you have a legitimate reason to keeping them up. Apologize to all the people you've attacked, and apologize to you know who for making that horrible, horrible image of what you did to him. Also, to Blackie's followers, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be friends with him. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is just be careful and don't fall victim to his not safe for work. I've literally had to question two friendships of mine and wonder if I am really supposed to be friends with these people if they're just going to defend someone who is disgusting and sick. Overall, Blackie, you really need some help. You really, really, really need help. And to the followers, if you're gonna plan to attack me, here's my response to that. Fuck you. But to the followers that actually listen, thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.